going to take you through Google Meet today, some of the ways that you can use Meet in your organization as a video conferencing tool. You can see on the screen here, this is my Google homepage. I'm signed into G Suite at the moment, and in the top right hand corner you get the dots here. Click on this, I'll have a look through here, and Meet will be one of them. There it is at the top. That's how I start a Google Meet. I can click onto that and straight away it takes me to meet.google.com and I can start a meeting. Now you'll notice, because I'm signed into a G Suite account, I'm able to actually start meetings. You might not see that if you're working with somebody else who sends you the meeting over. Let's have a look at an incognito window for an example of that. So I'll type in meet.google.com up at the top, which you can't see, it's just out the frame at the moment, but here it comes. And you can see an incognito window, which simulates me not being signed into Google. You get asked to give a meeting code. You can't actually start a meeting because you've got to have a G Suite account to be able to do that. But this is how easy it would be for you to join someone else's meeting. And we'll go through this in a little bit further on through this demonstration. Right, here I am back on the page here. Join or start a meeting that I've got. And later on, I've got the podcast that I'll be doing with James, because we use Google Meet to do that because you can record it. Up here, you'll see you've got an icon here for settings, cog, usually meaning settings in most things. And it asks you which microphone that you want to use. And the one at the moment that it's going for is my lapel mic. And you can see here that it's working because it's giving the little movement on the icon there to say that it's working. And the speakers on my system are my default speakers, USB, that I've got. Over here on video, it tells me which camera I want to use, which is my Logitech camera. It says it's failed at the moment, hasn't actually failed. I've got it switched off at the moment for the purposes of what we're doing here because I'm recording this, but that would show you where your camera is as well when you're using Google Meet. Let's have a look at starting a meeting. So if I click on this and I can choose to start a meeting, and I'm going to call my meeting my own name because I'm quite egocentric like that. Here we are now. We've started up a meeting. Now it says camera failed because I'm recording this session and it can't use the webcam at the same time that I'm recording with Snagit. It's one of them things in IT that happens. Normally over here you'd see the camera view of me and my face. Straight away we've got two things that you can do when you start Google Meet. You can join the meeting and get other people to join in and have video call, or you can go straight away and present the screen that you've got in front of you. Now if I click on present, it says to me which one of these windows do I want to actually present to somebody, and in this instance I'm going to choose this one here, which is a Wikipedia page, and I'm now sharing this screen. But you can see clearly here that it's easy for me to share the screen with everybody who's involved in the meeting, and all I have to do is do the present now and everybody who joins this meeting can see the screen. I'll now click up at the top here and stop sharing that screen for everybody, and we can go back to the Meet, which is over here, and I'm no longer doing that. I'll click hang up and I'm done. Go back to the home screen and I can start another meeting again. So I'll start another meeting again, put my name in for the name of the meeting, and it's going to come back up. It's going to say again that the camera's failed, but that doesn't matter. We can carry on. You've got an option here now to click join now, and we'll join into the meeting. What pops up straight away on the screen is the information that you can give to other people to join the meeting. This bit here is the link. If you send that link via anything that you want to, you can put that into an app, an instant messaging chat, email. All they've got to do is paste that into the browser and they'll be able to go to that meeting. And we can do that here by putting an incognito window up, and I can put that in. And here we go. We have the option here to go in and join the meeting. And what you'll notice straight away is when you join a meeting, you get this to tell you about what you're going to do with your microphone and your camera. And in the top left-hand side of the screen, you've got use your microphone, you use your camera, allow and block. Always remember to choose allow, because if you choose block, that'll be why your camera doesn't work. So you click on allow and it allows it to work. Now we do get that error this time because I've explained I'm recording this and therefore I can't use my web camera. It'll give you what your name is. I'm going to put in that it's Dave, and I get the chance to ask to join the meeting. Now, if I switch back to the original meeting that I've got over here, here it is. Someone wants to join the meeting, Dave, and I can deny or admit them. So I've got control who joins the meeting. It's not like Zoom where you just have to have the what's called the URL, the part that you type into the web browser for the address. You have to actually let people in. On this occasion, I'm going to deny entry to Dave because I don't want to have two meetings in the same space on my same computer at the same time. Come back to what I do when I originally start a meeting. I can copy the joining info and put it on the clipboard, and that gives me all the phone numbers as well that you can dial in on. And you can see that's a UK number here, and you can dial in on a UK number and add the PIN number, so you can take part in the meeting over a phone if you're shy, you don't like being on camera, you don't have a web camera, or you've only got accessibility via a mobile phone. I also get the option down here. I can add people to the meeting directly at that point by clicking on this button here and entering their names, and I can add people to the meeting at that point. So here I am on the screen. You can see it showing a visual implementation of my voice speaking into the microphone now. And down here, I've got options for camera, which is off because I've explained that. Hang up, leave the call, turn off the microphone there so that the microphone isn't recording inside the Google Meet now. It knows that I'm talking because it can detect the microphone's working, but so it's reminding me I might want to turn it on because I'm speaking. So that's quite a nice little thing that it pops up with there. You'll see up in the top right hand side here, you've got windows where it'll tell you who's taking part, and down here on the right hand side you will have more people listed as they join the meeting. You also get the option to click on this and have a chat with people who are in the meeting, and you can send them individual chat messages, which is quite a handy thing to do if you want to point somebody and say, don't say that now, unmute your microphone, etc. You can do those kind of things and use the chat while you're in the call, and it lists the people who are on the call with you up there as well. Down at the bottom, we have an option here to turn on captions. And this is really good for people who have got difficulty with hearing, because the captions come on and the captions are done by AI, and they will automatically show the conversation that's going past as people are talking in this. I'll turn the microphone back on again, and now you can see that as I talk, it's automatically capturing what I'm talking real time, so that people who have difficulty with hearing are able to understand what's going on in the meeting. This stuff isn't captured long term, it's only on the fly. You can't record this or keep this or transcript, but it is great. It is really good and very, very accurate. Turn the microphone back off again, and I'll turn off the captions. 3 dots down in the right hand corner, very helpful features on here. You have the option to move to full screen. You have the option to turn the captions on, go back to the settings for the microphone and the video, use the phone, change the layout of the screen for multiple users, and my favorite one, record the meeting. And recording the meeting will tell everybody else who's in the meeting that you're recording it. And when you click accept, they will be told it's being recorded. It puts record in the top left hand corner of the screen. And then this will be automatically emailed to everybody who's been invited to the meeting via email. They'll get a copy of this at the end of the meeting that's a link to the recording of the meeting that's in my Google Drive. So it gets put in the root of my Google Drive, and then you will get emailed with a link to it, and it's shareable with you. And the great thing about this is it means that nobody in this meeting now has to take notes or minutes. Everybody can free conversation, chat, go through everything, and then later on you can watch it back and take any notes that you need to via using the recording. And that's a really good feature. It's been added by Google to all versions of Google Meet now. As we're under the coronavirus issue, Google have added it for free for all levels, and that carries on until September. And I'm pretty confident that they will leave this in, and it'll be a feature of Google Meet from now going forward. And it's one of the best features that we use. James and I record all our calls with prospects, with clients, and we record our podcast once every 2 weeks. We use this functionality to do the entire podcast together. James then edits that into an audio file and uploads it. That's how we get that done. I can simply now choose to stop the recording, click on the 3 dots, stop the recording, and I stop it at this point, and that's saved. And I'm going to get an email notification of that, and that file will appear in my Google Drive. I'm now going to hang up from Google Meet and end the call. So I click on the button there to do that, and I'm finished. A question that often comes up from people is, do I need to have a Google account to use Google Meet? The answer is no. The only person who needs to have the Google account is the person who is hosting the meeting. In this case, me. I have a G Suite account for G Suite Business and G Suite Enterprise. This was Enterprise that I'm logged in today as Kimberly.com. I'm able to host that meeting. I can add up to 100 participants to it, and I can invite anybody, and they can access it via their phone or their tablet or their laptop or their desktop computer, and they do not need to have a Google account. They simply click on the link, join the meeting, I admit entry, and away you go. Simple as that.